I'm back with another review. The lines of fantasy and reality are blurred when an insurance investigator goes on a search for a missing novelist in John Carpenter's In the Mouth of Madness from 1995. Sam Neill plays our lead character, John Trent. The movie opens up with him being brought into an insane asylum, mental institute, whatever you want to call it. This was after he chopped down one of Sutter Kane's biggest fans, you could say. But anyway, and the psychiatrist shows up and wants to know his story, and he tells him about how he got to this point. And we see him in one of his cases involving a man, cheating on his wife, embezzling money or whatever, and then he receives another case. Sutter Kane is missing. Just as he's receiving news about this, he gets attacked by a man with an axe. And the man asks him, "Do you read Sutter Kane?" Just before he gets shot down by police. Then he collects a bunch of these books. Well, before that, he goes to Sutter Kane's publishers, played by Charlton Heston, and I think she's his editor, played by Julie Carmen. She was the vampirist in Fright Night Part 2, the sister of Jerry Dandridge, if anybody's seen Fright Night Part 2 from 1988. But anyway, John Trent, he goes along with Linda Stiles to a place called Hobbs End, and he figures this out by cutting out the front covers of Sutter Kane's previous books, and each cutout he pieces all the cutouts together like a puzzle, and it turns out to be a map to a town called Hobbs End. And they go to Hobbs End. It's a strange place. And the children are turning into monsters. Everybody there are turning into something out of Sutter Kane's books. But and as the movie goes on, Trent doesn't believe any of this has happened. He believes it's all staged. But what he doesn't know is that he's literally living Sutter Kane's newest book called In the Mouth of Madness. And long story short, as the, after he kills this young kid, he learns that he tells the psychiatrist, what happens if people don't read? There's a movie. And something happens, and his door is open, and he walks out of the institution, and he goes to a movie theater where the movie is playing, and he sees himself on screen, and he's laughing hysterically. He's still losing it. Big time. And end credits. This is one of my, and this, I'm doing this to the best of my ability, but this is one of my favorite John Carpenter movies, along with Halloween, Assault on Precinct 13, They Live, and The Thing. That's my top 5. But anyway, until my next video, I'm getting into my groove though. But I'll see you in my next video. Later.